Hello comrades, Kami-sa Bro here today with Thea the Awakening. That's right, I did a video of this game when it was in early access. It was just released today, so I felt like it was a game that was well worth doing another video on. Basically what this is going to be about is I'm going to show you essentially just the basic concepts of the game, how the game works, and all that good stuff. That's right. I apologize ahead of time if my mic gives you any issues. I've been having trouble with it for the past week, and it's driving me absolutely batshit. But anyway, let's move on with the game. So, essentially, Thea is a very interesting kind of like 4X RPG survival hybrid. That's right. It's not about building massive empires and expanding your reach and conquering your enemies. It's more about rebuilding your civilization and learning to survive in a world that's not exactly friendly to you. Yeah, so you get expeditions. As you can see here, I have Expedition 1, and it can move, explore, and go all over sorts of places. What we're actually going to do is we're going to send it up there to that small hive, and I'm going to show you the combat system. But before that, let's actually take a look at Astoya. Astoya is indeed our settlement. As you can see here on the left tab, you've got production, where you can gather resources that are within the vicinity of your settlement. You can craft items, clothes, weapons, all sorts of stuff that you unlock by researching it. Over here, you can see what your people are good at. The higher a hammer, the better they are at crafting, the better they are at producing stuff. With the basket, the better they are at gathering, as you can see here. Because she has a 7, she gets plus 70 each turn towards her gathering. It only requires 60 to gather wood, so each turn she is gathering wood. And the rest of it all applies to these people as well. As you can see here, she only has a skill of 1. If we look here, Dubrakna, she's got 1, so she's only getting plus 10. It'll take her 6 turns to gather the same amount of wood that this lady is gathering. That's right. So, yes, people get better as they level up, and they get better skills, and so on and so forth. Every villager, for the most part, is completely different from one another. Also, like I said, there is production in this game, so you can actually sit here and build buildings. Here you can see I'm actually building a cabbage field, because from time to time, far from the expected vegetable, a baby is found among the cabbages. That's right, you build a cabbage field to get more babies. It's a very interesting world, this Thea. Anyway, you've also got all sorts of different items, inventories, and weapons that you will find over time as you fight monsters and so on. You'll get, when you get this equipment, you can actually sit here and customize each one of your villagers with it, your expeditions with it, and so on and so forth. I'm actually going to give him that shield. Yeah, just because why not, right? Better to have a shield than not have one at all, right? But anyway, so yeah. And that's pretty much how equipment works. It's pretty simple. You gain it, you can craft it with various materials. And that's one thing that's incredibly interesting about this system that I'd like to point out with crafting. Most items, clearly not these craft tools. Let's try these clothes. Here we go. Items can be made of multiple different things. So, for example, if you don't have wool, you can replace it with, what is this, leather? With leather. And then you can replace the secondary material with amber, and then use wool. Basically, you just have to use, or that's topaz, not amber. Whatever. Yeah, and leather. So, needless to say, you can basically put multiple materials to make the same item. Now, those materials may have different effects on them. If you have clothes with topaz in it, those clothes are going to be heavier. If you use scaled leather, those clothes are going to be heavier than if you just use string, right? Simple stuff. And like spider silk is really, really light. So spider silk would actually make those clothes lighter. It's an interesting concept, and most items can be made out of multiple different things. Again, cooked meals. See, there's quite a few options you can go with here to make various cooked meals. Yeah. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. I really like that, personally. It adds... I don't know. it makes the game kind of more fun. It's like you don't feel like you're trapped in having, when you're gathering resources, that you're trapped trying to find certain resources you don't need. So we're going to go down here to the Hungry Unliving to show you the combat system. Before I do that, I will show you research. So there's a whole crap load of stuff to research here. These are all different gathering materials, for example. Spider silk, you know, dark wood, elven wood, so on and so forth. There's all sorts of stuff to get that you can actually gather. Your people can gather as long as you have it researched. There's also a bunch of items that can be crafted. There's actually more items past these little white question marks, but it doesn't show you. And the list can get kind of extensive over time, if I'm not mistaken. You've also got construction, various buildings that you can construct. Yeah, look at that, look at that. As you can see, I like to focus on the building stuff more so than the crafting or whatnot. But, yeah, that's just me personally. Anyway, let's end our turn. Alright, it seems to be nighttime. And we are going to move for the Hungry Unliving. Alright, now, there's generally several different ways you can approach situations. The better your people are, like if you have tactics, for example, you can kill the undead fiends one by completing a tactical challenge. So a tactical challenge operates just like combat, but we'll go ahead and show you that. Basically, you start out with people, with all your various members of the group. Now, I didn't really get a good draw at all. These two dudes suck. So I'm going to say reshuffle to give me better dudes to fight with. And sweet, I got Vladek and I got Aga, who were considerably better than these other two guys. But unfortunately, we lost whoever this woman's name is. I don't know what her name is. Lislavla or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to keep and we're going to play because we can't reshuffle again. We're going to lay down Vladek first. We're going to end our turn. And... alright, so this is the first tactical challenge right there. Alright, now, it's going to let us lay down 2 more cards. I'm going to lay down Aga, and then I'm going to put Support Ally. So she does way more damage. She's going to deal 10 damage now. Alright, so we're going to end our turn. He's going to lay down his card. Alright. And, I don't know, Support Ally. Yeah, we'll do another Support Ally. And a Get Closer. Though, Get Closer basically puts her into the combat. Yet the problem with that is, though, she's going to be confused for one whole turn. So, without further ado, let's get into the actual fight phase. Now, to beat this challenge, what our people have to do is they have to beat those 2 tactics within one turn. Obviously, my group was more than enough to do that, so they managed to do it. Sweet. So that was just an easy, small little combat section. And again, if you don't like the combat, the good thing about it is it can be auto-resolved. And if you ask me, the auto-resolve is incredibly fair, unlike some games I've played. Oh, look, a pigeon flies to your village with a note attached. Reads, "Dear residents of this level, if you will, please visit my humble abode, place not so far from your lonely home. It's a very nice. I'm a blacksmith of Dwarven tradition. I have an offering for you kind people. Purple glowing ink." So there's a smithy. Actually, let's go down there and see what that is before we move on. Yeah, let's check that out. Alright. We are now at the smithy. Hidden away in a quiet alcove, you discover a single house amongst ruins of some old town. There's smoke coming from the chimney, and that sound of hammering inside. This is clearly a smithy. You notice a large pile of rocks sitting by the house. Approach the house. As you approach, the hammering stops, and the dwarf walks out to greet. That's far enough, strangers. And you do not want to angle Chael. She gets very jumpy, that one. The pile of rocks opens its eyes and stares at you. It's definitely a troll. Okay, we're just passing by. We got your invite. Our village is not far from here. Oh, your village, aye. Well, truth be told, I move around me, and I don't like just any stranger coming to see me unless I want you to. You will not find your way here, hence the invite. And this brings me to why you find me. I have a wee problem, and if you help, I will give you a full set of armor with some good weapons and all. You see, I got me a kind of female problem. Yes. A what now? Ha! Well, It's kind of embarrassing. You know us fallen dwarves, that is the one who stayed behind when the darkness came. We tend to be solitary types, at least when it comes to females. After all, no dwarven women chose this sad fate, at least not one I know of. In any case, the story cut short, there's a cute demon girl, the nice type, mind you, living nearby. And, well, I tried impressing her with my smithing, but she doesn't like weapons. I tried sweet-talking, but turns out it ain't my best feature. So if you go and convince her to go out with me, I will give you a prize. All right, point me in the direction. This is a serious matter, mind you. She can get a bit nasty if you're not careful. And I've been trying for decades now. Anyway, I don't know how much you do know of them water demons, but just try not to dance with her. And probably avoid going for a swim. And, well, just be careful. She's a sneaky one. Alright, let's do it. Excellent. Here is a map of the local area. I marked roughly the spots where she hangs out, but I think she may be on the move with her sisters. So, yeah, just watch out. Okay. We are on the move. So, we are going to do this quest for the dwarf. And I'm going to skip ahead to where we actually get to the smithy, and we'll see what happens from there. Oh, looks like something happened in our settlement on our voyage over. A fiery falcon lands before you and offers you an egg. It exclaims, "By the will of Svarog, thou shalt be blessed, if thou proves thy worth." It then disappears. Carefully examine the egg. The falcon was clearly sent by Svarog. But what was it? You think it's called a rarug, but what did it do again? Yes, of course. Try to figure it out. Intellect. Alright, so we're going to just auto-resolve this one, and we lose. Damn. We have no idea. Take the eggs to the village and place it with the chickens. Just keep it somewhere safe. Yeah, let's do that. After 7 days, the egg does hatch, but the chickens seem vicious and has even cursed him. Perhaps Svarog is angry with you. Certainly gained some folk knowledge out of this. Oh, Nothing more can be done. Indeed. Anyway, so let's do this smithy thing, shall we? Alright. As you approach the place shown by the dwarf, you see a girl sitting on a large rock, frantically looking out into the distance. When she sees you, she runs over without a second thought for her own safety and speaks with a voice so soft and melodic, you can't help but listen. You look well. I guess you look like, you can handle some ruffians, right? We've been sent here by the Dwarven Smith to talk to you. Oh, Bodden, him. But why are you bothering me with him? I have a real emergency on my hand. I had 4 children, my nieces. Yes, I was going to take them home, and I was set upon by a band of orcs. They took the poor little ones. Oh, what will I do now? You had 4 children on your own out here. Why? Yeah, smart. That's what I'm thinking. I was on my way home. It's not too far from here. And we thought we were safe. Now there is no time to chat. We must find them now, and I would help. Only I am so weak. This is a demon, a water demon, right? These orc brutes have surely harmed my little ones, so please help. Deal. Go out with the dwarf. What are you talking about? There are children at stake here. Yeah, the quicker you say yes, the quicker I will go. Yes, yes, I will do as you say. You must go now. I will mark on your map where I last saw them. Hurry. Yes, of course. So I'm going to kill some orcs now. Alright, this is wonderful. Onward! To murder these pesky, dirty, perfidious orc scum. Oh, we're under attack. So I guess I'll go ahead and show combat, and this will probably be the end of the video for today, if anything, though. Thanks for watching, guys, ahead of time. Reshuffle. That was literally the worst reshuffle I've ever seen in my entire life. Whatever. So we're going to start out by player's turn. We're going to say get closer. That is literally the first thing I'm going to play, is get him into the play. Dariush. Alright, end our turn. It's the opponent's turn. They lay a crazed bee. That is one crazed looking bee, let me tell you. Alright, we'll play this guy right here. Mieshko. Mieshko? Mieshko. Sure, Mieshko. That's what we'll go with. Alright, end that turn. Oh, bats. Deformed bats. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll say shield ally. Ooh, damn. He's just got a lot of health. We'll play Bedghost. We'll do this guy. It puts him to the beginning of the action queue, so that means he'll actually go first. I'm cool with that. And then we'll play Laslava there. So let's end our turn, and hopefully we should just wreck these guys. Boom. Ooh, the Slava's like, I ain't taking your shit, man. So yeah, we completely just devastated them in that fight. Good job, good job. Anyway, this has been Commissar Bro. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed playing it. You know, if this is something you'd like to see more of, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, this has been CB, and I'll see you next time.